Before you post that picture, send that message, or share any information online, stop and ask yourself one question. Could someone use this information against me? This is even more important in the age of AI, where publicly available information can be collected, analyzed, and used to train AI systems. Every day, people share personal information online without realizing how valuable that information can be to AI, scammers, hackers, or even people they don't know. And sometimes you don't have to share your password for someone to learn enough about you to target you. So in today's lesson, I'm going to show you 10 things you should never share carelessly online. Number 10 might surprise you, so make sure you watch until the end. Let's dive in now. Number 1, your passwords. This may sound obvious, but it is worth emphasizing. Never send your password to someone through WhatsApp, email, social media, or any other messaging platform. Even if someone claims to be from your bank, your workplace, a school, or a technology company, don't simply give them your password. Legitimate support staff should not need you to send your password to them. And remember, don't use the same password for all your important accounts. If one account is compromised, reused password can put your other accounts at risk. Number 2, verification codes. You may receive a code by SMS or through an authentication app when you are signing into an account. That code is there to help verify that you are the person trying to access the account. Remember, we talked about this in the previous lesson on two-step verification. If someone contacts you and says, "Please send me the code you just received," stop. Don't send it, even if they sound convincing. Your verification code should be treated like a key to your account. Number 3, sensitive banking information. Be extremely careful about sharing your ATM PIN, online banking password, card PIN, CVV code at the back of your ATM card, or other sensitive banking credentials. Don't post pictures of your bank card online, and don't send pictures of your card to someone simply because they asked for it. If you are contacted about a banking issue, use the bank official contact channels rather than relying on a number or link someone sent to you. Number 4, your full home address. There is usually no reason to publicly broadcast exactly where you live. Be particularly careful when posting pictures that reveal your house number, your street address, or other identifying information. You may think, "I am just showing people my new house." But remember that anything publicly posted can potentially be seen by people you don't know. Share your location information only when necessary and with people you trust. Number 5, your real-time location. This is different from simply sharing where you live. Imagine posting, "I am currently at this location and I will be here for the next 3 hours." A lot of people do this. You are effectively telling strangers where you are right now. You don't need to live in fear of sharing your experiences online, but it is smarter to think about when you post. Consider sharing some experiences after you have left the location rather than broadcasting your movements in real time. Number 6, pictures of your personal identification document. This could include your passport, driver license, national identification documents, or other official documents containing personal information. These documents may contain your full name, date of birth, identification numbers, photograph, address, or other sensitive information. So don't casually upload them to social media or send them to people you don't know. If you genuinely need to submit a document to an organization, make sure you are sending it through the organization official and trusted channel. Number 7, information that can reveal the answers to your security questions. Many people use information such as their pet name, hometown, school, favorite team, or mother's maiden name when setting up account recovery questions. Then they post those exact details publicly on social media. For example, someone might post, "Happy birthday to my dog, Rocky," and somewhere else they have already revealed their hometown and other personal information. Individually, these details may seem harmless, but altogether they can reveal a lot about you. Think about the information you are giving away piece by piece. Number 8, detailed information about when your home will be empty. Some people post, "I am leaving town for 2 weeks." That might seem completely harmless, but you are also telling people that you are not going to be around. You don't have to stop sharing your travel experiences. Just consider posting some details after the trip rather than announcing your absence in real time. Number 9, information that can help someone pretend to be you. This includes combinations of information such as your full name, date of birth, phone number, email address, workplace, school, and other identifying details. One piece of information may not seem dangerous, but scammers can combine information from different places to build a profile of you. That is why you should avoid giving strangers a complete picture of your personal life. All of this information can be used to impersonate you. Here come the last one, private or sensitive photos. Once you send a picture online, you may lose control over where it goes. Someone can save it, forward it, screenshot it, or potentially share it with others. So before sending a personal picture, ask yourself, will I be comfortable if this picture was seen by someone else? If the answer is no, think very carefully before sending it. The golden rule. So what should you do before sharing something online? Use this simple rule. Stop, think, verify. Stop before you share. Think about who could see it and how it could be used. And verify whether the person or organization you are sharing it with is legitimate. Remember, privacy is not about hiding everything. It is about being intentional about what you share, who you share it with, and when you share it. How many of these did you already know? Let me know in the comment section. And if this lesson has helped you, don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend or family member, because one simple piece of information shared carelessly can sometimes create a much bigger security problem. Don't forget to subscribe to Flourish ICT Academy and follow the Digital Safety for Beginners series for more practical lessons. Stay smart, stay alert, and stay safe online. See you in the next one.